So it's been an interesting few days, maybe weeks actually. I've had issues with this for quite some time now. I would say from start to finish, or not even start to finish because it's not finished, but from the start, it's probably been about a month now that I've had internet connection issues or internet issues with Comcast, and I pay not top tier. I mean, top tier is like ridiculous. It's like 1 gig up, 1 gig down, or some crazy shit like that. But I pay, I have 200 up, which I normally get like 270. Excuse me, not up, that's down. 270 down. I have about a 15 millisecond ping, usually between 12 and 15, and my uploads around 12, I want to say. So it's pretty good, especially for streaming, outputting. You know, I could go at a higher bit rate. I like to keep it around 3,500 megabytes, but regardless, I've had internet issues for quite some time now. So the problem that I'm having is that I will be watching a stream, I'll be streaming myself, just doing work, whatever, and I'll notice that my internet will basically shut off, like at the snap of a finger, it just shuts off. I'll be watching a stream, and then bam, the stream freezes. It says you are no longer online, or you are offline, or some shit like that, and I'm like, what the hell? So I look at the little icon in the bottom right corner, and it's red. I look at my router, and it's perfectly fine. It looks like it's bringing signal in. There's no issues. About 5-10 seconds go by, it kind of reboots, restarts up. I get the connection back on the stream. It runs for 5-10 seconds. Bam, it drops off again. And it does that maybe 4 or 5 times in a row. And I'm not really sure what the issue is because, like I said, I pay for pretty significant internet. I went out and actually bought a modem router combo. It's a pretty expensive one. It was like $185, I want to say, and one of the Comcast techs actually told me that's what I should do because the modem router that I had that was provided by Comcast was one of the worst ones on the market according to that said tech. So I went out and bought myself a aftermarket, quote-unquote aftermarket modem router, and it worked out fine when I first hooked it up. Everything was great. I got it configured through Comcast. They can see it. And it was working fine, and I'm thinking, okay, that's helping bring the connection in from the house to my gaming PC. Everything's connected, hardwire, hardline, of course. And so then that works for a week or so, and then I'm right back to the same issues, and I'm wondering what in the hell is going on. So I'm back and forth with Comcast, back and forth. What's going on? And they basically confirmed that there are literally spikes, like it's up and down, and it's not. There's no pattern to it. It happens randomly. Sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon, sometimes at night. There's no real pattern to when I'm going to drop the connection. So had a tech come out the other day. He fixed a couple of the wires. They were outdated, whatever. He said he noticed it when he was pulling up. He pulled it up on his system or however they do that, and said that it was really bad. It was in the red, whatever that means. That obviously doesn't sound good, and apparently fixed it. I'm like, great. So that same night, everything seemed to be fine. So the next day comes by, and I want to jump on the stream. I have a dual PC streaming setup, and I've had nightmares with capture cards and specifically pushing audio. I don't have a mixer or anything. I just like to, capture card from one PC to the next, capture it on the streaming PC and go. But audio has always been a big problem, especially if you don't have an exterior mixer and an XLR mic where you can easily mix it at your fingertips. I've tried configuring Voicemeeter, which is a great piece of software, but I've tried using that, and it's such a headache. Plus, I have the Elgato HD60, which does have a delay to it, so then I got to add a delay on my webcam and my music and all that stuff. It's just a pain in the ass. So I stumbled upon this NDI stuff, and I'm like, what is this? And specifically for dual streaming or 2 PC streaming setup. And so, you can Google it yourself. I'm not going to get into it too much, but basically, you are sending the signal from your gaming PC to your streaming PC via your network. So I'm like, this is fantastic. It eliminates the need for a capture card. All of my audio, video, everything can be it can be synced up and be sent to my streaming PC. That's the second best part. And the third best part is that I can keep everything on one computer. Before, when I had the old-fashioned, I'll say, streaming setup, dual PC streaming setup, I had webcam, microphone, all the software, everything was downloaded to my streaming PC, and then my gaming PC just had my mouse and keyboard. That was pretty much it, and obviously the game. Now what I can do is I can use my gaming PC, have OBS open, have my game capture, my webcam, my microphone, use voice meter, mix everything that I want to mix, because I run music to one channel, I run obviously my microphone to another channel, I can separate that, Discord's at a different channel, and I can adjust the volume accordingly. It kind of all puts it into one big box, we'll say. That's my hypothetical analogy. It puts it all into one big box and ships it over to the streaming PC onto that OBS, that version of OBS, and that is what outputs it to Twitch. The streaming PC outputs it to Twitch. So although I have OBS open and all that stuff connected on my gaming PC, I'm not necessarily capturing anything. It's not using a ton of resources on my gaming PC because I just simply have it open. Now you can local record depending on how good your PC is, and I do that, but that's besides the point. Problem with NDI though is because it's running over the network, over your internet. When your internet drops, like mine, it freezes on my streaming PC. It doesn't freeze on my gaming PC. I look at OBS and I'm looking at it, it's fine, it's recording, everything's good, I'm talking, my volume, my levels are great. But when I look at my streaming PC, when I have those dips in internet service, it stops, it freezes. So then I have to, while I'm in the game, use my streaming PC mouse. I have to basically refresh the page or refresh the source coming into the streaming PC on OBS. And I have to keep doing that. And whenever this internet drops, I'm constantly, okay, like I'm playing, I play for a couple seconds and then I say, oh shit, it freezes. And then I got to go over, use my streaming PC mouse, fix it, okay, and then I get back into the game. As a viewer, I look at this as a viewer, I'm not going to want to sit here and okay, this dude's just, he keeps his streams messed up, and I'm going to constantly lose viewers, right? Especially if I'm in a decent game, and I'm intense into the game, right, and it's top 5 in Fortnite, I got 10 kills, it's going to be an awesome game. I don't have time to, like, stop what I'm doing in the game, fix my streaming PC, and then jump back in, especially in a high intense situation like that. And then from the viewer side, if I'm watching that, I'm like, okay, he's in the top 5 situation, he's going to try and clutch this up, and then bam, the stream freezes. Well, then what? It's like very anticlimactic. And then I'm not going to want to watch that streamer because, well, shit, his stream sucks. So I kind of have built this reputation, it seems, that every time I get on the stream, it's always like I'm going to hold my breath because I don't know what my internet service provider is going to do to me today. Are we going to have a solid connection for 4 hours, or are we going to be up and down and up and down? So it's been quite the nightmare. I've considered going to capture card, and I'm so back and forth. I really don't know what I want to do. I really truly think that the NDI is a great tool. If I had no internet issues, I would 100% stay with the NDI, and it's simply because it eliminates the hassle of a capture card and transitioning audio and all that stuff. And anyway, so I'm curious as to see if anyone else has had this issue before. It's pretty obvious. Like if your internet drops and you're running something over the network, it's obviously going to be affected. I'm not saying that. I'm more complaining about why I pay this top dollar to have great service and I'm not really getting anything. So I'm just curious to see if anyone else has had experience with the NDI and maybe could shed some light on some cool things that I could do with it, because I'm very novice with it. I just kind of learned about it, started incorporating it in my stream, and it's been working out fantastic. But I'm always willing to learn more about it if someone has some experience with it, or better output settings, or anything like that. I'm interested. So leave a comment down below if you do have anything cool and new to say about it. Also, if you're new to it and you have no idea what NDI is and you have a question from a very basic and general standpoint, I could probably answer that, or at least point you in the right direction. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. It's a very long-winded bitching and complaining session that I just did, but I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, do all that cool shit, and I'll see you guys in the next video.